Hey y'all, how y'all doing today? It's your boy Javier. Cheers. Hope you're having a good day today. Um, I appreciate y'all so much for the support y'all giving me. And this blackout, which is the last day of Black History Month, is so well needed and so well required and so well deserved. DEI, white people, specifically white women, benefit from DEI, affirmative action, more than black people do. They like to blame the fires, Donald Trump, Elon Musk, and all others, to try and lie and conspiratize, if that's a word, that the LA fires was based off of DEI. Planes falling out of the sky, shit's happening because of DEI, which is very stupid. And then you got companies like Amazon, Walmart, Target, and countless of others that are rolling back their DEI initiatives, which I'm not understanding why you guys are so shocked about, because this is who America is with the KKK attached to it. They never were really for us. I mean, until George Floyd and Breonna Taylor in the height of the pandemic, where Black Lives Matter was really there, at a high moment for us. They didn't celebrate Juneteenth. It was never recognized as a federal holiday all these years. We were too busy celebrating July 4th, which I don't understand because we weren't free then. Which I still understand why the Essence Festival celebrates July 4th, July weekend. They should move that to Juneteenth, which is in June, because that's when we were actually free, and celebrate our independence on that day. Essence Festival, make change on that. That should be something that you should do. But anyways, a lot of people, and when I mean a lot of people, Hispanics, y'all over here asking, where y'all at? Where does all this fight at when it comes to helping us and Hispanics getting deported? This episode, I'm gonna tell you right now, I doubt I'm gonna spend time talking about how this perspective and this perspective. I'm just gonna lay it out there on some of this shit, because not every single topic deserves this perspective and this perspective and this perspective and then my perspective and what I think about everybody else's perspectives. It's just calling it like I fucking see it. So, here we go. You want to know Hispanics, which are Latinos and stuff, y'all want to know where we at? We sleep. Black people, every time we have to stand up and fight for our rights, we're fighting for actually all people's rights. Every time we get out and march and protest since the beginning of time, we have always fought. From the Civil War to Jim Crow to the Civil Rights Movement to segregation to Black Lives Matter, police brutality, the war on drugs. We have always fought for everybody every time we've gotten out and had to protest. Everybody else outside of that, I should say not everybody outside of that. I would say there are few people within every time that happens that takes advantage of that and likes to riot and do things that dismantle our cause and our fight and our marching for what we believe in. You want to know where we're at, Hispanics? You want to know where we're at, Latinos, when it comes to your deportation? We are asleep. We're tired. We're done. Let me tell you the reason why. Don't come bitching at us about you being deported when 73% of y'all voted for Donald Trump. If you look at the voting record, the amount of votes that Donald Trump had from the first time he ran against Hillary Clinton to the second time he ran against Biden to the third time he ran against Kamala Harris, his voting record stayed the same. He has averaged out 70 million to 75 million votes in every one of those elections. His electoral colleges have stayed in the same realm. Biden, when he ran against Trump, got 80 million votes. Kamala Harris this time got 60. So a lot of people like to say and conspiratize and lie and say that, oh, Well, that's because those were dead people that they finally caught up with, and they couldn't get a chance to vote. No, it was just people that just didn't decide to vote because they didn't feel like there was going to be any change made. And for all your people out there, if you didn't vote, shut up. You do not have a right to have an opinion if you did not vote. That's number one. Number two, back to the issue at hand. You guys knew it was going to fucking happen. You guys thought it wasn't going to happen to you. So you want to know where black people are at? Every time we get out in March, we're fighting for the betterment of everybody. We started the Rainbow Coalition, for Christ's sakes. If you don't know what the Rainbow Coalition is, go look it up. It talks about the partnership and the alliance of black people with Hispanics, black people with whites, black people with the gay community, black people with this. It established a Rainbow Coalition. That's what it's the name. Rainbow Coalition, which is still in effect to this day, where it's connecting everybody in one whole coalition to fight for the betterment of everybody. And that's what black people have always been about. So don't you dare act like we don't do for y'all. Don't you dare act like we ain't stand up for y'all. We've always been about y'all. We've always been about us and everybody else when it comes to fighting. Y'all the ones that disrespect us. Y'all the ones that call us out our names. Y'all the ones that act derogatory and racist to us at times. We don't do that to y'all. So for y'all to sit up here and act like we don't do for y'all, we haven't done for y'all in the past and in the history and currently, really? You need to talk to your own kind about why they voted for Donald Trump. Now let me say this, and I guess you could say now I'm about to introduce a perspective. There's a lot of people that I've seen on social media, a lot of people that comment on YouTube and in publication and articles and podcasts and stuff that say the reason why Hispanics have voted, and these are not just Hispanic, like white people saying Hispanics or black people saying Hispanics. These are coming from Hispanics and Latinos. They're saying why they voted for Trump. The reason why they voted for Trump is because they came to America with doing the proper channels. They paid the money, they filed for the applications, they waited the years out, and they did what they had to do. My friend, family member Anthony, he has his cousin's friend, I think, or whatever, is in the FBI. He was an American citizen. He paid, $9,000 in fees. He waited, I think he said 7 to 9 years to become a citizen in the United States. He went through the background check, the process, everything. So he voted for Donald Trump, and he believes that everybody that's coming over here illegally should be sent back and go through the process just like everybody else. And I've already explained this on an episode, 2 episodes in fact, a part 1 and part 2 called Deportation Without Racism 1 and part 2. Part 1 and part 2. I explained that I believe in deportation, but without racism. That if you've been here for X amount of years already and you ain't caused no trouble, just give them citizenship. If they are committing crimes, deport them. If they are within asylum or refugee, give them a chance, go through the process, the whole 9. If they jump the line, like you've seen on that TV show, Contraband Seized at the Border, where they know that once they stop, they cross over that line, we have to take them in and process them, kick their ass back. It's just like going to an amusement park. If they are jumping the line, hell no, you can't jump the line, get your ass to the back. Why now they jump the line to get their process started, which then delays the people that are already waiting in line for their time to come over and get the process started, just for them to then turn around and probably get deported anyway and get denied citizenship or visa or asylum or whatever. It's a waste of time. Pointless. It's black and white here. You want to know where we've been? We've been fighting. It's time for y'all to pick up the mantle and do your work. Your kind didn't do what they were supposed to do. Now I understand, and I agree with that. If I was not a United States citizen and I was born in Haiti, or if I was born in Brazil or born in Mexico or whatever, or Canada or Asia, and I wanted citizenship, and let's make it known, it's not just Hispanics that come over here illegally. It is Asians, it is African descents, it's people from the UK, it's Canadians, it's everybody from the other 6 continents. My apologies. So we know that for a fact. But Donald Trump likes to spew that it's just Hispanics and Latinos and they're the criminals and this, that, and the third. That's just one, number 2. But I'm going to say this. I understand the perspective. If I came over here and did the proper channels, paid thousands of dollars, went through the rigorous background checks, waited out, and I had to do what I had to do, why can't you go through the proper channels too? Whether that's a visa, asylum, a refugee, citizenship, whatever avenues there are. Why can't you go through the proper channels? And some people will be like, well, they're fleeing. That's different. Now I'm talking about there's a way to go through that. You don't just come over here and and that's it. That's not that. And even if you don't know the law for the United States, morally you know right from wrong. Do you really think you can go to another country and just live out your days there without anybody knowing? You just come into the country? No, that's not how this happens. This is not a Pangea. There's the United States, there's Canada, there's Mexico, there's Central America with their countries, there's the countries in South Africa, there's the countries in Africa. I mean, who's not South Africa? There's the countries in South America, there's countries in Africa, there's countries in the UK, there's countries in Asia, you know what I'm saying? So everybody has there's rules and regulations and laws that need to be abided by. And even if you don't know, you know in some part of you know. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that people may be fleeing or whatever like that. But it still doesn't excuse what they do. Just saying. For me, I say, like I was saying before, alright? Because I keep getting off on a tangent and I understand people's frustration of why they voted for Trump, and no, send their asses back. Because I went through the proper channels. And I personally feel like if I went through the proper channels, you should be going through the proper channels too. It's unfair. I get that. But at the same time, you got to look at it from perspective. Is Donald Trump doing this for the sanctity and safety of the United States citizens, or doing this out of racial cause? And he's doing it out of racial cause, especially because ICE is now they picking up any and everybody. They're picking up citizens, for Christ's sakes. Really? And then they let them go, and it comes out, oh, they detained a American citizenship, a person that was born here. Really? Come on now. At that point, it's past deporting illegal immigrants and just a racial shit where they're detaining any and everybody, which is dumb, off the backs of what you look like. But what did you expect when you got Donald Trump? So to that guy that I saw in that video that's asking the question, you wanna know where we are? We're asleep. We're tired. We're not new to this. We true to this. Black people been dealing with this since the beginning of time, when they stole us from our native land and brought us over here and stripped us of our culture, of our foods, of our traditions, and made us work and enforce labor and all this stuff like that. And then we had to form our own new life, way of living and culture and food and everything like that, and traditions and religions and stuff. We had to do that. So we're used to this. We're not new to this. We're true to this. We know how America works. When are y'all gonna realize it too? Anybody out there that really thought that Kamala Harris had a chance at winning? Ha ha! I voted for her in the hopes that she would, but I already knew she wasn't. And then any world leaders out there that really thought Kamala Harris had this in the bag? Come on, America will vote for a racist white person before they vote for a black woman or anybody else to be in office. Come on now. Come on now, really? Plus, the Democratic Party and everybody else got too comfortable. They really thought they had it in the bag. Like, people really remembered what Trump did and they were going to move past that. Come on now, really? Nah. You let your foot off the gas too early. That's your fault. But don't sit up here and act like we doing y'all dirty because we're not out there protesting for y'all. First of all, we got work. We working now. We still busy trying to fight for our food stamps, our health care, for shit to go down, for higher pay. Black people, we tired, we depleted. It's time for y'all, and my thing is I'm not gonna fight for you if you ain't fight for yourself. And look at you, your kind ain't fight for yourself. Your kind voted for this man because they believed in deportation with racism. Instead of somebody that said, you know what, even though I believe in deporting, this dude is going about this shit the wrong way, and he's putting race into it, and that's not okay. He should be deporting based off of safety, which he's not doing. And he's a racist, asinine, sadistic bastard, and shouldn't be president again. These are the same motherfuckers that was gaslit into thinking that he won the election last time when it came out he really didn't, and we know he didn't. And if he really believed he won the election, why the fuck is he now the 47th president? Wouldn't he still be the 45th president? There would be no such thing as a 46th president, right? But yeah, in this new campaign that he did, everybody had the 46. They were waving 45 and 47 around. If they really believed that Trump didn't if they really believed Trump didn't lose the election, they would have stuck at 45, right? Oh, okay. So yeah, Hispanics, leave black people alone. We did our part. We showed up. Even I will say this, but also black brothers out there, y'all didn't do your part because y'all was selfish. Y'all was too busy. What you gonna do for us? What you gonna do for us? We hear what you're doing for the women with abortion rights and all this stuff like that for women. Well, man, when can you take a step back and just be like, you know what? It ain't our turn right now. It's our sisters' turns. But y'all instead didn't want to go out there and vote, or you voted for Trump because you sat up there and was like, Kamala Harris ain't saying no what she gonna do for black men. Why can't it be about our black sisters for once? Does it always got to be about us? No. Stop being selfish. Sorry, I'm on a tangent right now because I just some shit I need to get off my chest. Because I already kind of did an episode for the 2024 elections, but I wanted to also do another one because I've been seeing shit and it's just like irking my nerves. I get it. You don't want to feel left out, black men in the conversation, because you constantly getting left out. But our sisters are always at the top. The epitome of being left out of shit. Being marginalized, discriminated against by our own kind and by them. And we don't stand up for them and stand by them. And when we do, other black people and other people outside of our race frown upon it. Like, what's wrong with, it's a sad day, like Monique said, when we see and ridicule a black man for standing with the black woman. His black woman that he's married to, has kids with. This generation of black men are, well, we got to quantify black men. Because a lot of y'all acting like boys. You're not really men yet. Having babies every way and doing everything you're supposed to be doing. Slipping and sliding and everything. And slanging and this, that, thugging and all this stuff. You need to get it together. You need to get it together. You need to get it together. You need the code of conduct added on that. But I'm not trying to get off on a tangent on that because there's a whole nother episode I can talk about that on. But back to the Hispanics. Stop acting like we don't do for you. We always doing for y'all. We do not just for y'all. We doing it for every race, every culture, every creed, every religion, everything. When black people go to bat, we go to bat because we're saying you said everybody, not just us, everybody. Now, the fight may be because of something particular that happened at that time, like George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, Sandra Bland, or something at that point. But what we do when we are in the throes of fighting, we always talk about the generalization of how all of us deserve better. And white people are doing wrong to all of us that are not white. That's what black people, we do. We always been down for the cause. We always been going through something. We've been going through something since we got off the damn boat. We've been going through something. And we've always been fighting for everybody. So don't act like we don't sit up here and do for you. How selfish can you be to say that? I was just watching this Trial by Media episode of this boy that was 41 shots. His name was Amadou Diallo. He was shot 41 times by the police officers. 41 times. 41 times. When we got out there, well, not we, because I don't think I was born at that time yet. But when people were out there marching and protesting, we always out there marching and protesting. And we always, when we're going to bat for the rights for everybody and the police as a whole, we're always taking on the police and we're always taking on the government as a whole. We do our due diligence. So you need to take that shit back to your own kind, your own people, and ask them why the fuck they voted for this man and knew what the fuck was going to happen. You know? What else? What did I say in here? Talk about, yeah, I did say, yeah. And I don't know if this to be the case. I can have to look this up. But from my recollection, a lot of Hispanics voted for Donald Trump in all three elections. All three elections. There's only a handful that voted for Donald Trump that were black. Candace Owens, Stacey Dash, Diamond and Silk. I'm just saying. What's that one guy that ran with Trump, ran against Trump, and then realized he was never gonna win the Republican Party because he was reminded that he was black. What's that damn dude's name? Black guy that ran for Tim Scott. There we go. Foolish Tim Scott. I can't wait till them white people remind his ass that he black. And then there was that other dude that was what, Indian? Wasn't he Indian? The Indian guy that ran for president. Vivek Ram. See, I'm gonna butcher the hell out of his name. Vivek Ramaswamy. They reminded his ass that he was Indian. Let me tell you this. I love when these motherfuckers try to stray away from their culture. Stray away and appeal to the white folks. And then white motherfuckers remind them every time that they not white. And then they try to come back and, oh, please accept me. Nah, motherfucker, you didn't, no. But that's all I'm gonna say, okay? I understand, let me say this, Hispanic people, Latinos. I understand your frustration. I understand why you're hurt. I understand why you're upset. I understand it all. Welcome to being black. Boom. Literally, that's my mic drop. Boom. Welcome to being black in America. What did you expect? This white man was going to get in office and really take heed on things that he promised? No. This is the same man that promised that he was going to lower the price on food and then got in the office or a few days after up to his inauguration and said, I don't think that lowering food price is going to be an option. I don't think so. People going to get mad. And then he came back afterwards when he was fighting with Mexico and Canada on tariffs. Then he went and made it look like he won the tariff war, but he agreed to the same agreement that was already put in place by Biden or previous administrations. And then said, American people are going to start feeling the pain of food prices going up. And you really thought that in some way he's going to have a moral code for deportation and just deport criminals alone and that's it? Yeah, you got another thing coming if you thought that was really going to happen. You must be boo-boo the damn fool. Come on, y'all. Wake up and smell the coffee. Wake up and smell the roses or see the roses, whatever the fuck the saying is. Come on. But don't get mad and point your blame at us, black folks, because you didn't do your job. Y'all showed you showed up and showed out, all right. You did your job. You voted for the other dude. What'd you expect was going to happen? Everything Trump said he's going to do, he's going to do. From DEI to affirmative action to abortion to deportation. Not deportation, but it sounded right because I was trying to rhyme it together, but deportation, you get what I'm saying. But everything he's been doing, he's been promising. Hot as mess. That's what he's promised. And that's what he's doing. What did you expect? A cookie and some milk? Popcorn and a movie? Peanut butter jelly sandwich? What? What did you expect? He's doing everything he promised. You can't get mad at what I'll say that. I can't get mad at Trump. Everything he said he gonna do, he gonna do. I'll give him that. I'll give him that round of applause. Say that right now. I will give him that. Everything the motherfucker said he gonna do, he gonna do. Even if it's conniving, even if it's racist, even if it's misogynistic, even if it's sadistic, even if it's as a dictator, as a monarch or anarchy, or anarchist, or monarchist, I should say. Even if it's all those things. He said he's going to do what he's going to do. But at the end of the day, this is still the United States of America. The leash on him is only but going to go so far. It's almost like that dog when you have the leash and you like about to click it. At some point, it'll get clicked. But let the white people fuck it up. Let them burn into the ashes. Hell, who gives a fuck? But don't look at us, Hispanics, like we need to be out there for y'all. We always been out there for y'all. Obama, if I could be mistaken correctly, but even Hillary and even Biden and even Kamala Harris got a lot of the black vote. We did our part. Y'all should have did y'all part. Y'all, you all, you Mexicans, you Cubans, you Brazilians, you Portuguese, or Brazilians is Portuguese, but you know what I'm saying. You use like the Italians say use. It's funny because I have Abbott Elementary. Hold on, let me. Hold on. It's funny because I have Abbott Elementary. When Barbara and what you call it got into that argument, she said, "Baby, if your teacher had done a better job, you would know that use is not plural for you." I was like, damn! I was like, oh, she got you with that one. That was funny. That's a good damn show. If y'all haven't seen Abbott Elementary, y'all should check that out. That's a good damn show. Quinta Brunson, the youngest and first, not just black, but female showrunner, executive producer, writer, and director of her own hit, Emmy-nominated, I think also Golden Globe winning, NAACP winning, Critical Choice Award winning sitcom. Definitely a good damn show. Y'all gotta check that out. Abbott Elementary, yeah. But yeah, like I said, Hispanics, I feel your pain, and I know there's a lot of raw core history here in America through, because they try to whitewater things down through, Louisiana Purchase and all the other stuff that has gone on where they've purchased more land as the United States expanded out western with pushing Hispanics out and things like that. I understand you guys got a raw end of the deal. I get that, and I get your frustration, I get your hurt, I get your pain, I get all that shit. Welcome to being black. I'm not saying you're black. I'm just saying welcome to what it's like to be black for a day. This is what we've been dealing with for 400 plus years and counting. So it's funny that the kitchen has gotten too hot for y'all and y'all ready to run scared. It's like, oh my God, like a seizure, epilepsy. Welcome to what we have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. This is nothing new for black people. So that's why that's why we're so calm. That's why we're so quiet. We indifferent. We just coasting right now. We're cruising. We just sitting back and relaxing and allowing all the work that y'all voted for to come undone. You asked for it, well, here it is. You ask and you shall receive. Don't pray for something, because be careful what you pray for, because if you pray for it, it's gonna come to pass. And you want be careful what you pray for, because if you pray for something, you want it to come to pass, you got to go through the things to see it through, and this is what you're going through to see it through. You ask and you shall receive. You play with a puppy, you get licked in the mouth. You stir doo-doo, it's going to stink. That's what y'all did. Here you go. This is what you voted for, Hispanics. This is what y'all voted for. 73% of y'all voted. Now, granted, that's not 73% of America, because only 150 million people voted averagely, which is so weird because the population is like 350 million, and only 150 million voted. That could be because there's a calculation, if you think about it, the census or whatever, could be because there's certain people out that are seeking refugee, asylum, pending stuff. It could be illegal immigrants that are all calculated in that, but still, 350 million people in the United States and only 150 million voted. That's kind of weird, but okay. I don't know if they're still counting dead people in that population. That's not funny, but it's just, to me, that would be funny if they counted dead. Like, we're gonna go to each grave. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there's 10,000 graves here, so that's 10,000 people. Okay, I don't know. It's not funny. I don't know. I got a dark sense of humor, so forgive me, y'all. But I'm gonna fucking talk shit about it. It is what it is. But anyways, I'm done talking. Yep, I already touched on the 2 points I actually really need to touch on this point. But I thank y'all for watching this episode of the Analytical Eye Show. We're going to move on to our fun fact. And, sorry, my bad. Sorry, I thought I had it up. But what the hell is going on? Okay, today we're going to talk about Sarah Boone. Born 1832 and died in 1904. She was born Sarah Marshall. She was an African American inventor, On April 26, 1892, she obtained the United States patent number 470,563 for her improvements to the ironing board. Boone's ironing board was designed to improve the quality of ironing the sleeves and the bodies of women's fragments. She made the board narrower and curved, which made it easier to iron garments, especially women's clothing. She added a support system to flip the garment over so you could iron both sides of the sleeve. She designed the board to be cheap, simple, convenient, and effective. She was born in Craven County, North Carolina. She married James Boone, a free man, in 1847. She was the member of the Dixwell Congregational Church in New Haven, which had an adult education program. And like I said, she died in 1904 and is buried in the Evergreen Cemetery in New Haven. So we want to thank you, Miss Sarah Boone, for helping to improve the ironing board, which we have today, which we have benefited. I tell you right damn now. If we, inspired from the show The Parkers starring Monique and Countess Vaughn, if we took everything that black people either invented or had a hand in and took it away, we'd be obsolete on a lot of shit. We'd be in the dark. We wouldn't be able to stay warm. There's a whole bunch of shit. So I want to thank you, Miss Sarah Boone, for all that you've done. And thank you to the other black inventors and inspirators and artists and founders and preachers and public servants and, everyone that I have mentioned and will mention. Again, Hispanics, do better. Stop asking the questions if you know the answers. Look at your own parties. Like you always say, you always have one finger pointing out there at somebody else, but three fingers pointing back at you. Really, it should be all five fingers pointing back at your kind, Hispanics, Latinos, because y'all did this to yourselves. Did it to yourselves. Don't get mad at us, because you did it. Go look in the mirror. Man in the mirror, like Michael Jackson said. So I thank y'all for watching this episode of The Analytical Eye Show. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Aubrey Vassal, and you can follow the show on Facebook and Instagram at The Analytical Eye Show, and Twitter at iAnalytical. I will see y'all next time on a new episode of The Analytical Eye Show. Make sure you take out time to talk about things that meet the eye daily. Peace and love, y'all. Cheers. The Analytical Eye Show is presented by Analytical Eye Productions, a AAVR company.